All right, I've just baked up a couple of loaves of savory barbecue pork, cheddar, and olive soda bread. Now, soda bread is really easy to make. It's the nice thing about it. It's so quick and easy and delicious. So, quickly whip that up. You can whip that up. It takes about an hour in the oven. That's about it. There's none of this rising and stuff. You just mix it up, toss it in the oven, away you go. And yes, inside this I've got, oh, we got a piece right there of barbecue pork. Or you can use ham. Either is good. And then, it doesn't really need butter, but I love butter on my bread, so I'm going to put butter on. We got a piece of cheese in there. Hitting the occasional olive. There's some green olives, some black olives. It's absolutely fantastic. So let's go in the kitchen and make some right now. All right, here are the ingredients for our soda bread, our savory soda bread. All right, so across the front, we've got 1 egg. We've got 1 teaspoon of baking soda. We've got a half a teaspoon of salt. 1/4 cup of butter melted, or 1/4 cup of melted butter. 1 tablespoon of my usual cane sugar. 1/4 cup each of black olives, sliced black olives and sliced green olives. 1 cup of yogurt, just plain yogurt. Make sure it's not sweetened yogurt, just regular plain yogurt. 2.5 cups of flour. And then over here I've got 8 ounces or 230 grams of barbecued pork, or it could be ham. See, quite looks a lot like ham, does it? Either one would be fine. Any kind of barbecued pork, ham, whatever. Chopped up into small pieces, about 1/4 inch, like 5 millimeters, thereabouts. Same for the cheese, chopping up the cheese, and that is 7 ounces or 200 grams of cheddar cheese. All right, let's get it all put together. So first thing you want to do, we'll get the dry ingredients together. So that means the salt can go in here, the baking soda can go in here, and the sugar. And then I'm just going to use my whisk to combine that. So our dry ingredients are all ready to go. Next, the wet ingredients. So put the dry ingredients off to one side. For the wet ingredients, I'm going to use a bigger bowl. I'm going to put in the egg first of all. So let's crack that in there. And I'm going to whisk that. Give it a quick beating. Then I'm going to add the yogurt. So here, sure get all that yogurt. There we go. Delicious creamy yogurt. Whisk that in a little bit. Next, I'm going to whisk in that melted butter. All right, that's looking really good. That off to one side. All right, so we've got our wet ingredients, we've got our dry ingredients. And all we do now, mix the wet ingredient, or mix the dry ingredients into the wet ingredients. So away we go. Really simple to make. I love making soda breads. They're so quick and easy. Now, the trick with soda bread is this. Whereas with a yeast bread, you've got the yeast for the rising. Here you've got an interaction between the yogurt and the baking soda. And that's what's going to cause the bubbles that rise the bread. All right, so working that in there. Now, just going to throw everything in there. In goes the ham or pork or whatever. In goes the cheese. In go the olives. And then Start mixing that in. And now, time to get the hands dirty. Now, the best things you can do to keep your hands from all this sticking all over it is to quickly wet your hands. So I'm going to quickly do that. All right, so my hands are a little bit wet. That's just going to, it won't stick so much to my hands. And now I can get in there and start squeezing this all together. There we go. Overboard. All right, working any remaining flour in there. Working all those pieces of cheese and pork in there. Bring it all together into one nice ball of bread dough. Just kind of squish it down a bit. Squish like that. Oh, that is going to be absolutely fantastic. All right, that's looking like pretty well everything is mixed throughout. So, what I've got over here is I've got a small loaf pan, like a pound cake pan. And that's, what was I thinking? With all that extra in there, I forgot that's a little bit bigger than usual. Well, that's, we need 2 of these. I totally forgot. All right. Put that in there. So I've put about half into that pan. Ooh, that is going to be so good. Is that about half? Yeah, roughly half. All right, just kind of work it down to the corners a bit. Doesn't have to be perfect. We like a nice rough loaf. All right. I'm going to get the other one set up. And put them both in the oven over there, 350 degrees Fahrenheit for an hour until they bake nicely through and get brown on the outside. I'm going to come back and give them the toothpick test to make sure they're ready. I'll see you here in an hour. All right, 2 loaves of savory soda bread straight out of the oven. Those are looking pretty good. Got cheese melted across there. Get the pieces of barbecued pork there. See some olives sticking out. So what I'm going to do now is we're going to cut one of these open. Let's get the cutting board out. Move these guys off to the side. And carefully get one. Oh, I guess the first thing we should do is skewer test. Don't forget that, Kevin. All right, so I got a skewer here. Run that down in there. That's feeling good. Yeah. That's feeling real good. Okay, well, there's no wetness coming out of there, no wet crumbs, so we're good to go. So again, move that over there, and just got to kind of turn it sideways and give it a pull. It's the nice thing about using cooking paper in here. It's so easy to get them out. There we go. Pull that down around. And boom. That's ready to go. All right. Still a bit hot, but I do want to cut it open, have a look inside. So here we go. Oh. Piece of pork there. Oh, look at that. Absolutely gorgeous inside. It's smelling great. All right, so if you enjoyed this recipe, stick around and check out the others here on the channel. These are all original Kevin Riley recipes. They're things that I come up with in here and put together here and put here on the videos, so you can join me in making these delicious mix-ups I make. All right. Also, make sure that you subscribe and click that notification bell so you get the weekly new recipes that keep coming out. You won't miss out on any. Now, let's go make this savory soda bread and make cooking fun again with Kuma's Kitchen.